This is John, a well-meaning businessman. As you can see, he appears to be exploring his house's various shrubbery on a sunny day. This is Pat. He's sitting in his lawn, enjoying some cool lemonade to ease his thirst as he is quite parched. John is seemingly unaware of the pitchfork-wielding hobo in his garage, which could prove to be dangerous later in his years. Pat already knows about the hobo dilemma, but would rather play piano and converse with his foot about reality television. Oh my god. John walks to his kitchen table and picks up the newspaper. Suddenly, a gunshot is heard. The gunshot is actually Pat knocking at John's door. John answers the door to find Pat sporting a friendly grin as he says a warm "hello" to Pat. Pat replies, "Hello." What John doesn't realize is that Pat is actually holding a screwdriver that is well placed behind his buttocks. John notices that Pat won't shake his hand and asks what's wrong. Pat replies that the weather is poor and my left hand has been temporarily frozen. John points out, "It's sunny out, Pat," and offers a confused look. John lets it pass and lets Pat in for some coffee. Though it looks delicious, Pat explains that he's already full from drinking 16 bottles of lemonade. John begins reading the comic section of his local newspaper, laughing as he finds a funny strip. He then realizes that it is actually Family Circus and unlaughs himself, coming to the realization that Family Circus and funny do not go in the same sentence. Pat laughs. In fact, it's more of a rabid chuckle. The lemonade finally gets to him, and he wets himself. Pat, after 3 seconds of this experience, realizes that this occurrence is actually John spraying him in the genital area with his sponge. Pat moves on though, and John walks over to the refrigerator and offers Pat some lemonade. Not using his logic, Pat accepts. He then proceeds to urinate freely inside his pants, but John doesn't notice because there's already an existing splotch of wetness. Pat perseveres though, and pulls out the gift he remembered for John, which happens to be a small koala. John is quite offended by this gesture.
"Leave my house this instant!"
Pat leaves John's house with a solemn look on his face as he walks out into the mist. As Pat saunters down John's driveway, he notices a small bird. Moral: a koala is not a good gift to give people named John. Reason being, because